Hey guys, what's up? Daniel here. Today we're taking a look at 5 cases for the Samsung Galaxy S8. Now these are kind of my favorite cases for the phone, and I've pretty much had these cases on previous phones like my iPhone 7, on the Galaxy S7, and the only one that's different here that I've never had before is the S View case, which we have right here. And aside from this one, these are pretty much all in that $10 to $15 range. And they're all kind of different, completely different cases. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at them. Now we're gonna go ahead and start off over here with the Samsung S View case, which retails for like $40 or $50. And it's definitely too expensive for what it is. It's pretty much just a kind of wallet style case that allows you to view your notifications and answer calls right here. Now it looks a little bit kind of rainbowy on the camera, but it's not like that in real life. It's just kind of white text, and that's just because of that kind of really glossy and weird plasticky finish they have going on here, so that it kind of looks like a screen. But yeah, this pretty much does what a screen protector would do, which is protect your screen. But there's one reason that I really don't like it is that if you were to drop this case from, talking phone height or anything like that, this thing might open up and it might just land like so and still scratch your screen completely or anything like that. So it's definitely not a protective case as much as it is just a functional case so that you can answer calls, look at your notifications and things like that, which it does really well. And you have a cutout right here for your calls, and you can see things look good there. And oops, almost dropped that. But it does have all the cutouts for your charging and headphone jack and speaker, the camera on the back, and pretty much none of the phone is going to get scratched, from putting on a table or anything like that. So that's that case. It's definitely a little bit expensive, but it does feel really good. All the materials are nice and premium. The front does get very dirty, as you can see there. It attracts a lot of fingerprints, and it will get scratched up easily if you put it on a surface like so. And yeah, something to keep in mind if you're considering the S View case. Oh, it does also have a stand, which I failed to demonstrate there, but it does have a stand which you can use to watch YouTube videos and Netflix and stuff, and it's very sturdy, comes in handy. But aside from that, that's pretty much that case. Now moving on, we got the Unicorn Beetle case, and this is one of my favorite cases of all time, just because it's pretty much kind of what an OtterBox does, but they don't charge $50 for this case. It's pretty inexpensive for how much it protects the phone, and it also comes with a belt clip holder, so if you like to put it on your belt or on your waist or anything like that, you can use this for that and keep the phone there. But I don't use that, so let's go ahead and show you the case. It's a two-piece case, so you have to remove this kind of front piece, which I'm failing to do so right now. Just pull that off. You take this front piece right here and attach it to the front of the phone like so. It looks almost like a bumper right there. And then you put this into the case and you're pretty much good to go. It's just like an OtterBox or a LifeProof case. You have your little protection here for the charging and headphone jack so that no dust or anything gets in there if you're maybe like at a construction site, or this is like great if you take it to a water park or anything like that, so that if it falls in a slide or anything like that, it won't scratch up against the cement or things like that. So since the phone is waterproof, you might still want to get a really heavy duty case in cases that you go to the pool or water park or a construction site or jogging, anything like that where you might really drop the phone. This is going to 100% protect it and absorb all the shock, which is nice. And it's also very simple and minimalistic, which I really like. So yeah, that's that one. Now moving on, we have a clear case. I'm kind of hurrying this video up a little bit because I did it before with all of the boxes sealed and I opened them up and everything, and that took way too long. So we're just kind of showing you the cases here so that you can make a decision. Of course, I'll have everything linked in the description, and if you guys are looking for a more specific case, then of course I can go ahead and recommend to you, so you guys can comment down below. But this is a clear case with a slight hue to it, and I got this one just because it's a Galaxy and the colors kind of match like some of the wallpapers they have, and it also looks kind of cool with that silver phone. So you can see it there. It does get quite smudgy and dirty very easily, but of course you can easily clean it with water or just wipe it off with a rag, and I think it just looks pretty neat the way they did that fade into it, and it just looks different, gives the phone a little bit more color and a little bit more pizzazz. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on. All right, now these are two kind of really minimal and simple cases that aren't really going to protect it from drops as much as it is just going to protect it from your average everyday scratch when you put it on the dinner table or leave it, you know, on a countertop or anything like that. It's just going to protect it from simple scratches. And we have one that's a little bit more robust, so it's a really hard plastic. And then we got a super thin, and that's my dog.
A few moments later.
And then we have a very super thin, super flimsy plastic, which looks like it honestly costs like 1 cent to make, but it works really well and it does the job. So let's go ahead and put on this one here first. They basically both just snap on from the back. This one's a little bit harder to put on and take off. And yeah, I mean, it looks really good. It looks very simple. You of course have somewhat of a lip here, but none of these cases really have that much of a lip to protect the screen. If you were to slide it on something, I would suggest just not doing that at all with any of these cases. And I think that's just because of the design of the phone. You could get a very thick case, you know, of course, like the Unicorn Beetle if you're going to do that, but these cases aren't really going to protect the front that much. But of course, you have the openings for the camera, your headphone jack, your charging port, speaker, your lock and unlock button, and Bixby. But yeah, that's that case. The take off, I just don't like taking this case off that much because I had it on the iPhone 7. I feel like that might have scratched my phone from removing it and putting it on so much, mainly because this type of case collects quite a bit of dust under here. So if you're taking it off, putting it on, it'll scratch your phone. I don't know about this material here on the S8. It might not scratch it just because it's kind of like a weird composite or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, same thing with this one. This one's very easy to take off and you don't feel like you're, you know, stressing the phone or anything like that, just because it's basically like putting a piece of paper on it, which I really like. And it keeps everything very simple. There's no logos, there's nothing, which of course in the other ones there weren't either. And I got this white one just to see how it would look with the silver phone. And I think it does a pretty good job of keeping things looking a little bit different, but still very minimal, simple. And it kind of looks good with that black front and white back and silver accents. But it also would have looked really good black. Maybe I'll end up getting it black instead. But you can see it looks very simple. I really like the way everything is. It just looks, you know, slightly different. And this is definitely my favorite case, and I think it's one of the cheaper ones too. Hey guys, so I wanted to add on a case that hadn't arrived yesterday in time, and this is a leather wallet case so that you can, you know, put some credit cards and business cards in here and carry it in a purse or in a bag or anything like that. And I say that because it's kind of bulky to carry around in a pocket unless you have very loose pockets. If you have anything like really tight jeans or, you know, sweatpants or anything, this is going to be very bulky and it's going to make it very hard to carry around. It does have a stand, and of course it's made out of leather, so it's going to wear and tear nicely over time. It's going to look really good, and you can see how it looks on the S8 there. It looks pretty sweet, and you can see all the openings there. Everything is open so that you can access it very easily, and the fingerprint sensor is still very easy to get to, which is nice. But yeah guys, that's how a leather wallet case looks on the phone. Just wanted to include that one in just because it's very different from the other ones, even though it is kind of similar to the S View case, but it's definitely not as expensive as the S View case. But yeah guys, that's pretty much it for this video. If you guys have any questions about any of these cases, feel free to message me down below on the comments, or you can also contact me on Twitter at RMRDNL or at DarkGadgets, and I'll get back to you guys there. But yeah, thank you guys for watching the video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye.